Hey, it's Jennifer Sparks. I'm going to be your tour guide today. We are currently on MSC's Meraviglia and we're visiting Nassau, Bahamas. This video today is going to be what we did when we got off the ship. I'm traveling with my husband, Kelly. For our day in Nassau, we chose to find a cab to go to Paradise Island's Atlantis. So come join us and see what it's like and see if it's something that you would like to do when you come to Nassau, Bahamas. To view more videos of this 7-night sailing from Brooklyn to Bahamas, I'll leave a playlist at the end of this video. Just click on it. Enjoy the tour. We waited a couple hours to exit off the ship. We had a nice, relaxed, leisurely morning. Let the crowds go, and then we'll go later. There were many ships there at Nassau, so when we got off, it was quite crowded. To get off of the ship, you need your stateroom key and you need your license. Passports are not necessary. Children, even babies, need a stateroom key as well. And because they don't have licenses, you could always make a photocopy of their birth certificate if it brings you peace. It's not necessary, but it's good to have. There is Atlantis right over there. There is a water shuttle that will bring you there, which is probably more convenient, but we really kind of wanted to take the taxi just to see what the experience was like, find out how much it is, just so that I could tell other people about it. But next time I go, I will definitely take the water shuttle. Once off the ship, it's a little bit of a walk. Still, it was pretty crowded, like I said, because other ships are getting off too. I always enjoy looking at all the ships. This is probably my 5th time that I'm visiting Nassau, and every time I've always had a different experience. There's a lot to do. One thing we have done in the past was we went on a party cruise. We got off the cruise to go on another cruise. This one has it's like a booze cruise. They had rum punch and they brought you to this little island. Everybody was hammered by the end. It was crazy. Not sure if that was the one or not, but it was something similar to that. Last time we've been in Nassau was right before the pandemic. We were on the cruise before they shut everything down. It wasn't the best cruise we ever went on either. I think they were very short-handed. It was probably because everybody was sick, but we didn't know that at the time. We got off the cruise and people were fighting over toilet paper. See, there's another booze cruise. When you get off Meraviglia, nothing's going to be included unless you buy an excursion. There's going to be no food or drinks that are provided by Meraviglia. If you're hungry or want to buy cocktails, that's all on you. If you're hungry and you don't want to buy cocktails and pay for them, you have to go back to the ship. That's just kind of how it works. MSC Meraviglia was docked here from 1 to 9 p.m. So if you want to have dinner, you have to kind of figure out ahead of time. Do you want to eat at Nassau? Do you want to skip dinner? Or do you just want to wait to go to the late buffet? Lots of options. But the good news is our next stop tomorrow is going to be at MSC's private island, Ocean Cay. And there they will provide you with lunch, as well as if you have the drink package, you can get your free drinks there. Not at Nassau. I gotta say, it was a little crowded, but I was really impressed. This area down here got so cute. This is called the Port Marketplace. We looked at it a little closer in more detail on our way back. There is the straw market that is very close by as well. I know people enjoy the culture of Nassau, but in the past, they sort of put me off a little bit. The people are very, pushy. They all want you to buy something. They want you to pay a lot of money for it, and they expect you to haggle, but that's not me. I don't enjoy the thrill of haggling. I kind of want to know what is the price, and I really don't want to be nagged to buy something I really don't want or need. So this was much more pleasant, and it was really cute. I remember it being really run down. I'm so glad we got off the ship. I really like this whole experience. Are you going to be sailing with MSC's Meraviglia anytime soon, or another cruise line that is coming to Nassau? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Sorry. We're trying to figure out where the taxis are. I assume my husband knows, and he assumes I know. None of us know. So we're just kind of walking around, seeing if we can figure it out. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my madness. My name is Jennifer Sparks, and I travel all the time. My channel is mostly about resorts, casinos, cruises, and timeshares. I enjoy sharing my knowledge and my experiences with others so other people can make better choices about what they want to do on their future vacations. If you find this video entertaining or enjoyable or informative, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, and to see more video tours like this, consider subscribing to my channel. Let's talk about cash. You could use American dollars here. You could also use credit cards, though they prefer cash. If you use an ATM, it's going to be Bahamian money that is going to be dispensed, which you could use here, but it's going to be harder to use in the US. If you're coming from Canada or Europe, you're going to have to exchange for American dollars or use the Bahamian money. Like everywhere, be careful with your money. Wear a crossbody bag if possible. Keep it close to you. Don't flash it around. Better safe than sorry. We're a little off the beaten path here. We're going to see if we could find Senor Frogs. We went there a couple years ago. It was more like 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
What do you want to get done?
This area here felt more like Las Vegas. Everybody was trying to sell us something or talk to us. Cozumel can be like that too. It's just like, oh, we're good, thank you, we're good. Just keep walking. All we want is a darn taxi. Where are these things? We ended up going back into the port marketplace. We felt safe there, and I'm sure I could find some good information here. As far as Atlantis goes, we are going on the very basic tour. We are just going to get dropped off and walk in and pretty much see how much we can see without buying a day pass. The day passes, however, will give you access to the pools, beaches, and aquariums. Other things you should take off the ship is sunblock and water. It is hot out here, and that sun is strong. Hats and sunglasses are helpful too. This cruise was a last-minute booking for me. I booked it through Eurocompt. They have approached me about being an affiliate, seeing I hang out in casinos a lot, and I'm always recording my play. And I'm very honest, so I can't recommend anything without actually doing it myself and seeing how it is. So I took the cruise, and I really enjoyed it. I'll have a full casino tour coming up soon. Okay, I think we're getting closer here. This must be some sort of information booth. Someone said all you need to do is go over there and you could catch a taxi. So we're gonna go see. I really want to go see Atlantis because there's a big casino there. We found the taxis. Ironically, it's not that far from the cruise terminal. Like, we walked way past this. Thank you guys for taking a walk with us. Now you're going to take a cab ride with us. The driver is on the right-hand side. Our fare was reduced because there was another passenger sitting in the front seat. See, he disappeared. He got dropped off first. So it made our ride cheaper because we were sharing the fare. Our driver was really cool and easy to talk to. He shared stories with us about what it was like there during the COVID pandemic. The Bahamas and other islands really depend on tourism, so, they got hit hard with the cruises being closed for so long. Once you get off the bridge, you are in Paradise Island, and that is exactly what it feels like. It's beautiful. The first thing we saw was the ticket center. But we're not doing that. We're just going to basically explore the casino and the grounds and see how far we could go without buying a day pass. The resort itself is stunning. It's very Las Vegas. And look, there's a casino, my home away from home. Atlantis is not a Caesars resort. They have their own card that you would play with. But if you do play at Caesars resorts, I'm there quite frequently, in Atlantic City mostly, and if you have a tier status of Platinum, Diamond, Diamond Plus, or 7 stars, you could arrange to have a complimentary trip here once a year. Unfortunately, your play here while you're visiting will not go towards your Caesars tier status. The trip here is basically just a perk that Caesars has available, which I think is pretty cool. I've never utilized it yet myself, though. Maybe I should. It'd probably make a great video. Has anybody watching done this before? Stayed here, complimentary from Caesars? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear how your experience was. I wasn't really sure what the filming policy was here, so I'm sorry if this was a little quick. Obviously, we had no problem going into the casino. I don't think they would ever deny anybody access to this. Oh, look, they have a Nobu here. You have to be 18 years old to gamble in Bahamas. Children are allowed to walk through the casino in the main walkway only. They are not allowed by the slot machines and the gaming tables. Lots of beautiful selfie spots. Now we're going to journey outside and see how far we could go without a resort pass. When we walked outside, there was a girl at the podium who asked us for our room key. We said we weren't staying here, and she says that we could walk along this area, which was a shady balcony, to view the resort. I was pretty happy with that. It was really hot that day. Atlantis features 14 pools throughout the resort. The pools are heated to 80 degrees year-round. I think I might have to plan this for February. That sounds absolutely delightful. The ambiance at Atlantis was spectacular. You felt like you were really somewhere special. Also, this is great for beach lovers. There's miles of white sandy beaches, and there's also a water park. So if you're interested in seeing all of that, you may have to purchase the day pass. But remember, if you're going on Meraviglia, you don't get here till 1 o'clock. So I don't know if it's really worth it. If you're thinking of doing that, I would definitely call Atlantis directly and see what time the pool's open to before you commit to that. Because that could be very expensive and disappointing if you go there and the pools close at 5 or something like that. I mean, you could come to Atlantis to gamble, but if you're on the cruise ship, you should probably gamble over there because then you'll have the possibility of getting a free cruise in the future. My cruise was free through your comp. I shouldn't really say free. Yeah, I had to pay $500 up front, which they gave me the $500 back to gamble with, plus $100 in free play. So I walked in there actually getting money, but you have to use that money to gamble with. It's not like they gave me $500. They gave me $500 to put in the slot machine as in a ticket form. Once you wash that money, anything you win, you could obviously keep, but I just kept gambling with it. I was having fun, and I'm earning, good status with MSC. You can see my casino adventures throughout my day-to-day videos that I'm going to be creating about the Meraviglia. There will also be a whole video dedicated to the casino coming soon. So basically, if you come over here to Atlantis, you could shop, you could dine, you could play in the casino, and you could walk around that beautiful balcony and see the pools and the beaches from a distance and the waterfalls. It's beautiful. It's really nice. Here's a look at the lobby here. I would probably like to come back here in the winter. It was a little too hot for me personally to be outside and really enjoy it. I'm going to take you by some of the stores. If you're still with me, I want to thank you very much for taking my tour. I love making these videos for my own memories and to help other people make better choices about their upcoming trips and what they want to do and what they want to see. I was very inspired by this store. I'm slowly changing my wardrobe. I'm going to be wearing resort wear more in the future. I've been a hairdresser my whole life, and most of my wardrobe is black. If I ever return to my home in Connecticut, I'm going to do a nice revamp of my wardrobe. Been in Atlantic City the last 2 weeks filming over here. Atlantis features over 20 restaurants, cafes, and dining options. There is also 5 buffets, including a seafood buffet. Getting back, we could look for the water shuttle, but I'm not exactly sure where it is, so I think we're going to grab a cab again. The water shuttle, I heard, is a 10-minute walk from the resort. It's probably the cheapest option if you are alone. If you're with a big party, you're probably better off getting a cab because the water shuttle, you're going to be paying per person. Where a cab, you just pay one flat fare. Getting a cab was extremely simple. It was a little bit more money because it was just my husband and I. This bridge was so cool. Our driver this time was quieter, but very polite. He dropped us off right where we picked up our first cab. We slowly walked back to the Meraviglia. It was so much more enjoyable peeking through the market this time of the day. The crowds have pretty much disappeared. Some of the ships have already sailed off. We're a late one. We're going to be leaving at 9 p.m. We also did a lot on the ship this day too. That is going to be a separate video. I couldn't do it all in one video. I tried to, and it was 50 minutes long. So I'm I think I'm just going to have to make a separate video about our trip to Nassau. And then we'll have a day adventure on the Nassau day on the ship when other people were at Nassau, if that makes any sense. That video and probably about 12 others will be coming up very soon. So if you are enjoying this video and you like the way I make videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. That was a lot of walking today. If it is difficult for you or someone else in your party to walk, they do have trams available. I wasn't really certain if I saw them running at all, but I just saw them here. There are also scooters. You're going to need your stateroom key to get back on the ship. You're going to go through a metal detector and they're going to check your bags. If you bought any alcohol, they're going to confiscate it and give it back to you when the cruise ends. Click on one of these playlists to see more of my cruise videos. But whatever you do, make sure you go on a cruise. Book that trip and pack your bags and go. Cruises are awesome and you deserve to go on one. Always remember to be well to yourself and kind to others. Happy cruising.